Well, with temperatures this cold, it doesn't take long for it to start hurting your body. And joining us live this morning is Dr. Dustin Arnold from St. Luke's Hospital in Cedar Rapids. Thanks for coming in this morning.
Good morning.
And I think everybody wonders, how long does it take before the cold really starts affecting you, let's say, for frostbite?
Really, any time the temperature is below zero, you can run the risk of exposed skin can be compromised. At 0 to -20 is about 5 minutes, and you can start to have compromised skin, and then deeper tissues can be affected as it gets colder, from -20 and below down to about a -60 on the wind chill or the ambient temperature. You can have injury at 1 minute, and then below -60, it can almost happen within seconds.
Oh boy, so you really need to be careful.
Absolutely.
Cover up. How do you treat it when someone comes into you with the frostbite or those dangerous injuries?
Well, when we think about cold-related injury, there's really kind of three categories. We have systemic hypothermia. We have frost nip, which just affects the outer lining of the skin, and the tissue doesn't actually freeze.
Right.
And that can be rewarmed quite easily. And then frank frostbite is where actually ice crystals form in the tissue, which causes tissue damage. And that's a medical condition that warrants an inpatient a stay to warm that appropriately, because it's really the rewarming process that is the difficult part where the injury can occur. And
not something you want to do with yourself, at home. I think a lot of people think, oh, well, I'll just douse my hands in warm water. Could that actually hurt you?
That could. And also the, during Napoleon's retreat from Moscow, they would heat up their feet at night and then march the next day and then refreeze, and it's that refreezing that causes the injury. So there's a lot of urban legend or myths out there on how to treat this that can cause more damage. Particularly rubbing the extremity could possibly cause significant damage, as those ice crystals, which are like shards of glass, are just rubbed in the tissue and disrupt the anatomy of the extremity that's compromised.
It sounds painful, and we all know we get that aching in our hands when it gets that cold. So does the cold have other impacts on the body as well?
Absolutely. Well, and back to the aching, for the first symptom is pain, and then it becomes numb, and so then actually people will believe that they're not in trouble because they'll lose feeling and the pain will go away. And when they're trying to rewarm themselves, if they use radiant heat, fireplace or a burner, then they can run the risk of a burn because they do not feel the heat.
Right. So the damage can really be done twice over if you're not careful.
Correct.
Well, Dr. Dustin Arnold from St. Luke's Hospital, thanks so much for joining us today. Obviously, some serious things to keep in mind as it gets even colder in the coming weeks.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you so much.